Alrighty guys, I failed as a full-time YouTube creator. And it took me quite a bit of convincing for filming this video today. And I'll just keep it fully raw. I don't want to make any fancy stuff, fancy editing, cutting out all the BS which comes out of my mouth, and just put it out there and honestly just share the perspectives and the feelings and just kind of the journey I went through and still going through. I mean, it's said I failed, but is this the ending of the channel? I don't know yet, but let me share a couple of things with you guys. Let's see if I can put that one on. I just hope it doesn't kill the audio though. Let's correct that a bit. There we go. Old-fashioned here with my little notebook. I wrote down what stuff happened. No, just kind of the thoughts I'm thinking of and struggling with, and kind of the challenges I had. But at the end of the day, I failed to make this kind of full-time career path with YouTube into an income, actually. I didn't even got monetized. But just for a summary, I wrote those things down. I created 531 videos, probably more. There's a lot of shorts included in there as well. But I think it will be around 150 videos. I got 470,000 views. I started content creation or my YouTube channel on the 15th of February 2022. This video will probably go live on the 6th or 7th of January, which means I was posting content for roughly 1,076 days, and I've got to this date 2.28k subscribers on my YouTube channel. I don't want to include TikTok or Instagram because there I simply clipped together the long form content into short clips. But that's it. I got about 3,200 watch time hours, if I'm not wrong. That was the last time I looked into that, and that's been quite a long time since I looked into that tab. I think roughly 1 month, I guess, but it I just got to a point where I was like, I shouldn't look into it anymore. And why I failed, that's where I want to start. That happened with the video I posted last week. Really proud moment, to be honest. I spent about, at least 45 to 50 hours of editing, and then the scripting took me around 8-9 hours as well. Getting really the shots together, really think of good storytelling, all that. And the thing I did is I put a view count onto that video. I know, actually, is it a mistake? At the end of the day, you're posting content because you want to, and not to reach some view counts. But that's what I did anyways. I put the goal of reaching at least 10,000 views on that videos. I think I got around 330. The effort I put into that video, comparing it to other videos, nowhere near, but I guess that's life of a YouTube creator. And that's kind of the moment where I was like, I failed. That's even a crazy moment right now. Filming this, I've got an exam tomorrow, 4-hour exam. It's, 20 to 5, just about sunset time, but it's a dark winter day. But that's where I want to start. I've got an exam tomorrow, but I still think it's more important to me to film this video and talk about my experiences than revising for that exam, which is actually mad and insane, but I'm confident in myself that I will pass that exam even if I will film that video. I don't even know where to start. Looking back, I failed as a full-time creator, yes, but I think I needed that kind of path to really get me out of my comfort zone. I mean, at the end of the day, I wasn't a full-time creator for a long time. I did it for about 7 to 8 months. And then I put a lot of pressure onto myself and got a kind of a part-time job as well next to my studies. So it was never really the full focus. I mean, I still got my studies always ongoing during that time, but I mean, if I think back, 15th of February 2020, was it 1 or 2? No, it was 2022. Yeah, it was 2022. When I created that first video, I mean, I just put the thumbnail up there. I mean, I don't even know if I want to put all that. I mean, you can look it up yourself. Honestly, lighting was wrong camera. I mean, I used my phone, but still, I've got the same phone. I got much better quality. I learned how to use it. I think everything went wrong in that video. I mean, even now, maybe the audio quality isn't the best right now, but comparing it to back then and simply the way I'm speaking to the camera, if I look only at the hard facts there, I made a lot of progress seeing it from that side. Then we can start off with editing. I mean, minimally edited videos at the start. I haven't done a sit-down talking video like that in about a year now, roughly, I would say. But I think that's kind of the moment where I'm like, I think I need to give an honest update to you guys and don't just get all the highlights of my life together and put it out there. So it started off as sharing my journey, and at this point, I don't even know why I'm creating content. I think that's where the whole started of, why am I doing this all? Like, for who and for what? Do I actually enjoy creating content? Yes, I like the whole, I don't like the ideation part. I like the processing, get the script out, making a story out of it. But I guess that's also where I fails. I mean, that's what most people say who have a YouTube channel. You need to invest 80% of your time into your thumbnail and title, and 20% is the rest of the video. I mean, yeah, the script and all that needs to be well sorted as well, but it's not the main priority, to be honest. And I did it the wrong way around, yes, but I felt that gave me more, not passion, but that's just who I am. Like, that's what I wanted to do. It wasn't, I didn't start YouTube to make money. I just liked or enjoyed sharing a journey, and at the beginning to be really real on camera, being me, being myself, and not put up a mask. But I think if I reflect back over those 3 years, things have changed a lot. I scripted out a lot of my videos, planned what to say, except that last one. That was really spontaneous things which came up into my mind, and I really enjoyed it. But that's the pressure you put on yourself if you want to make this a full-time career, that the views need to get in, and views resonate to money at the end of the day. And I know, probably the wrong perspective to look at it, but after like 3 years, you need to make kind of a hard cut at one point, and if not, adjust and work harder. And I'm at one point where I'm like, I don't even know if it's worth it. So I wrote down, I mean, I'll share with you guys. It's literally one page, but I thought, honestly, all the thoughts which are running through my head, I want to share. I think through that time, authenticity was missing a lot. I mean, if you want to start a YouTube channel, be you and don't start to imitate someone else. I mean, yes, you can get some ideas and stuff, but that's one thing I realized throughout this journey. The more I spoke for myself and being real to the camera and actually bringing that enthusiasm and being happy about posting, those were the times when my videos performed much better compared to the work I put in the background with all the editing and stuff. So my best performing videos are also the ones which I was kind of already proud of, and I knew those would perform, except that last one. But I guess there has kind of an other reason for it as well, which I come back later to it. I think I need to write that down as well. But I think, yeah, as I said, authenticity was missing. And I don't even know if highly edited videos are actually that in anymore. Like, I know with TikTok and stuff, everyone has such a short attention span. But I felt like I was trying to cope with TikTok on my long-form YouTube content without posting any TikToks and YouTube shorts. I mean, I haven't done that for a year now. Last year was a hard cut. I said, I'm not going to post any single short anymore. I'm going to focus on creating good long-form content. And regarding that, I am honestly very proud of that journey, because I remember nearly a year ago, I mean, I started exactly a year ago, where I did a 28 days, 28 challenges series, where I literally, that was the only month where I didn't have any uni, I didn't have any job. I was like, okay, let's give this a try. Let's put in 1,000% effort, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm quite a bit of a procrastinator. I don't want to say perfectionism. I think that's where I learned that perfectionism doesn't exist. It's simply procrastination, putting off the work you should do. And you know you have to do it, but you find other not priorities, you just postpone the stuff you need to get done. I mean, at the end of the day, a YouTube channel grows by posting content regularly, on a regular basis, and all the extra effort you put in behind needs to be just repeatedly a lot. And at the end of the day, I ended up creating one video per week. Maybe that was also the reason why I didn't got monetized, because my videos were only 4 to 5 minutes long. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. But I would say procrastination was just holding me back more and more. But that month there where I did that challenge, that honestly proved to me that everything is possible if you put your mind to it and don't give up. I had a lot of moments during that month where I was like, what am I doing? Like 1,000 push-ups per day, and then the next day I did 1,000 burpees, and then 10,000 squats, eating 10,000 calories and burning them off. Like, all not just simple challenges, crazy challenges. And then I put myself the time pressure to edit them and then post them within the next 2 days. So I was quite in a time pressure, and I'm kind of proud that I went through that. But there I already set the goal of getting monetized, and it wasn't really a view count I put as a goal. But at the end of the day, I failed there already. I didn't got monetized, and I'm going to lose my watch time hour from last year of that time in a couple of weeks as well. So it's getting tough. And at one point, especially since, I mean, in Australia, I didn't edit the videos. I simply tried to be as present as possible, even though I filmed a bit of content there and then, but really reflect what I want to do in the future. And I quit my job for this. I quit my job to get a full-time creator. Yes, I had some other plans in mind in the meantime, but the only thing I stick to was YouTube, and I knew I want to make this work. And now it's like, you didn't make it work. I failed as a full-time creator, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to get rid of it completely. That's kind of my perspective at the moment, but we'll see how that progresses over the next couple of weeks and months. And depends also what job I'm going to get in the near future. But yeah, as a full-time creator, that was already the end in February last year, because I picked up a little job on the side in the energy industry, but I'm probably going back into banking as I have my degree and all of the stuff in there. But that's going to happen soon, I would say, in the next not even 6 months, it's probably like 4 to 5 months. And got some good opportunities there, and that's kind of the cut-off point where it's like, yeah, you want to give up those opportunities, or you want to stick to that YouTube thing which didn't happen to work for the past 1.5 years, where I really tried to focus and really put in that extra effort and thinking like, okay, that's going to work, that's going to work. And if you're a creator watching this, I mean, I have no clue if someone is going to be here in those 15 minutes I'm talking to this camera, random stuff, thoughts. But if you're here and if you want to create content, honestly, my best advice is delete YouTube Studio. That will be my first one. But the other one is have a reason and be specific why you want to start, first of all. Not just because you have a story to tell or how can I say it? It's even difficult to describe that, but just like everyone has a story to tell. And why is it your story? Why do you think your story matters in this world? And that's kind of my thing. I mean, I've got a still pretty luxurious life here in Switzerland, probably one of the most wealthiest countries in the world. And I end up on YouTube creating content completely different to all the other people, or most other people here, except the TikTokers who are out there. But I haven't seen any YouTubers in Switzerland. So in a completely different geographic. But if you're doing or planning to do it, be really specific why, and don't do it for the fame. Like, I can tell you, YouTube is fucking hard. Like, I mean, you can go through my journey. It's a lot of work. And then especially if you see other people blowing up after 3 to 4 videos, and you're spending like 120, 40 videos week after week, posting regularly, being consistent, not giving up, and then seeing them pop off and then complain actually as well. Yeah, it's all the effort and work they put in, and I'm like, yeah, come on, for 4 months, not 3 years. Or the other extreme with people putting themselves on platforms. I don't want to go into depth into that subject or matter, but I try to be real. I try to share a journey of going through ups and downs, and I wanted to be real most of the times. I mean, there were videos where everything was scripted, but I think I got quite a lot out of it and tried to be more real, and also share realistic progress photos, or not enhancing myself or doing any crazy stuff like the fitness industry is seeing right now with all the additional substances people use with testosterone and steroids and all that stuff. I kept it always real, and I think that's kind of one part. If you're going on YouTube, don't try to imitate someone, try to be real, try to be you, and honestly just forget about subscribers and view counts. If you're stuck on that journey, if you're stuck on that loop all the time especially, I can tell this, after like a year or so, you're going to give up. Because if you don't get the viral hit there, maybe you'll figure it out on the way, maybe you don't, like I did, but there were things I did wrong as well. I mean, it's not like the algorithm hates me or anything like that. It's just like my content is not good enough for this platform. At the end of the day, people are your audience, and the audience decides what they want to watch and how long they want to watch it for. And if they don't watch it, kind of that's it. Like, you're not satisfying the viewer to stay on the platform, and that gets you out of the YouTube algorithm. So at the end of the day, it was my fault. I mean, I don't want to blame the algorithm or stuff like that, because I failed creating good content. In my perspective, it felt good, but on the viewer's perspective and on the audience perspective, it hasn't been like that. And their honesty needs to be important. But I mean, just regarding a couple of topics, I mean, I wrote that down as well, just to remind myself as well. I mean, one thing is topic. I didn't really have a specific niche, as people would say. I simply posted the stuff I enjoyed, I was doing at the moment. Especially the challenges took a lot of effort and work, but I couldn't do like 2-3 challenges in the same month just to keep up with my posting schedule. But that's what I did for a couple of months, and you just run down a path going into burnout. So in into the future, I don't know if I want to post every single week. Yeah, I did it for 3 years now, but if I'm thinking of going back into a part-time, like a real part-time job where I'm also challenged and probably also doing my master's degrees in September, I can't just post a video every single week and put in the same effort and same editing hours into that. So that's kind of the, what should I say, kind of the wrong way I did as well. So I would say quantity at first for like the first 50 to 60 videos, but afterwards focusing on quality. Like that's what I try to do, but then you can't keep up the quantity whilst keeping up the quality and then spending less or trying to keep up with the content schedule, whilst at the end of the day everyone has only how many weeks? 52 weeks, and especially hour-wise, if you're working like me, part-time job, studies, you don't have like 60 hours every week to work additionally just on YouTube. And that's where I got to a place where I was like, I just can't do it anymore like that. So that is one first thing. My topic, I did random selections. I didn't stick to one topic, one theme. I mean, sprinting really worked out. I think that's going to be the future of this channel, most likely, that I'm going to focus on that. Or, I mean, I got back into badminton as well. It's kind of my childhood sport, and I really enjoy playing it, and I enjoy playing it again because I got a bit stronger, I would say, in the meantime over those past 5 years. And that really helps me. So I have different things on my mind, so I always share different side of stories and different types of content. I didn't have any direction, like that is the thing, because if you're doing just topics random wise and just select the stuff which is going on in your life over the next month, then you just select like 4 videos, think like, okay, that might be kind of in that area, and then you start to switch, especially after those months when you run out of ideas. And I looked in, that's what I did. I hopped from one trend to the other. I mean, even the sprinting one, it was the Olympics. I knew that's going to happen, so I put all the effort into that to create a good 30-day sprinting challenge. It was Olympics, so people would watch it, of course. So that is another thing. Don't just hop from one trend to the other. That's what I did wrong as well. Just keeping to my schedule and sticking to my stuff. I mean, even this video now, I think I've watched quite a lot of videos lately as well where I see people switching from their main channel to a different one and then promoting now, how to be successful on YouTube. I've got the proof here with my other channel, and you have to listen to me because I've got the best advice out there. Honestly, that's BS. Just do your own stuff, be yourself, and you'll get much further than, I mean, yes, editing and lighting and camera settings and all that stuff is important to a challenge, but I wouldn't focus my full attention to watching these videos all the time, because at the end of the day, they're going to most likely sell a course behind in some way and get your money into financing their life so you can make a career on YouTube and thinking that that would help you. But honestly, just actually putting in the work, putting in the repetition helps you much more to get to it. And I don't want to make this video like a YouTube advice video. I want to say why I failed and why I'm not going to stick creating content for every single week from now onwards. So it's kind of a real perspective from my side of someone who maybe wants to start YouTube, especially in 2025, I would say. I mean, I started in 2022. I felt like that was competitive there, but I think we're in a different world right now with all the other platforms, TikTok getting banned for a couple of days. So just be yourself, do it your way. That is kind of one thing I had, like the no direction part, and that led to being random with the selection of my content. And then procrastination, I already touched on that topic, but I think I always thought my job was holding me back. Back when I was working like 36 hours roughly, 32 to 36 hours per week in a bank, and having my part-time studies next to it, and creating actually 2 videos per week for a while. Then I switched up to 1 per week. And there I learned especially when I quit my job and I really got some good videos out with my body transformation and really getting to that next level of creating good content, I kind of went down a hill of analysis paralysis or something it's called. I don't even know how. Yeah, but of looking into analysis but not actually simply putting the repetitions in and being so stuck on the views and the analytics part instead of simply the actual content. So that is a mistake as well. Procrastination is the only thing which is holding you back and not some kind of perfectionism or stuff like that. So that's kind of what I want to talk about regarding the YouTube creating part. Or as a full-time creator, let's put it that way, because I'm going to touch, no, you know what, I'll touch on this already. I was honestly thinking of giving up YouTube fully, like not posting any content at all from now onwards. But then there were so many little signs. I mean, where can I start? It's quite uncomfortable here, not gonna lie, but does that work? Yeah, that works. Where should I start? The first sign, I mean, yeah, it's been on my mind for quite a long time now, for about 2-3 months that I want to quit fully, but I always thought I will bounce back, it will happen, I will get that viral hit, but I didn't. But going from full-time creator now to part-time creator instead of fully giving up has quite a lot of signs in there. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm glad I picked up this camera. On the other hand, I don't know why I picked up the camera. I don't know what were the thoughts back then that I wanted to pick up a camera and document every single thing of my, I mean, not every single thing, but a part of my journey on this channel. Let me quickly adjust this camera here because that's gotta be a bit messed up and I don't like this. There we go. That should work. Yes, that should work. So going to a part-time creator, there were so many signs saying like, no, don't just give up now. I mean, what was the first? Simon Squid, I don't know if you probably saw that guy on TikTok, the guy who was going through the street. I just commented some thoughts on his video. He liked that, literally the day where I was really feeling down. I mean, it's just a like, I know, it's just a stranger on the internet liking that. But then, kind of the first YouTuber which I religiously started to watch, there we go, was David from How to Beast. I mean, I don't know, really, that was a time back in 2020 during COVID times where I really wanted to level up my confidence and just speaking to strangers and generally speaking to people better, let's put it that way. His content type changed quite a lot over the years, but that's kind of the guy who I watched all the time back then. And then he posted like a link where people could join a free challenge. I didn't join the challenge, but then I randomly saw 2 days ago that people still could join him on the live call he did. I joined there. I could chat to some lads there as well. And just something was always nagging on me, like, oh, you can't just give up there. Like, we went through, he's a great guy. Like, he really brought me to think in that call. I mean, shout out to him, and also thank you for that live call. It was a free live call. Like, you didn't even have to pay, but going back and thinking of a challenge I'm facing right now, and it was literally this YouTube career path I chose, doing full-time, that it's not going to work out, or that it's not on the way of working out. And then he said, okay, now think about a success moment you're proud of. And there I was really in my thoughts. A lot of things like quitting my job, for example, just getting out of that bubble and just seeing the outside world more, going on a semester abroad. But then one thing I always remembered is getting the good grades at school. Like, that is the only thing I'm good at. I mean, not the only thing, I would say. The thing I'm good at is being disciplined when it comes to a deadline that I can perform there, and that's the whole school system. I got very good grades. I got the best grades possible in that first term, and that was kind of a proud moment because it was against all the odds. I was working a lot. I was going 5 times to the gym back then. I didn't start the YouTube channel yet, but my parents started the restaurant at the meantime. It's just all the things coming together, but I stick to my things. I got those good grades, and I was proud. I was honestly just proud. So in that call, we did that. And that really gave me time to reflect about that moment. And the thing we did afterwards is looking at how our body positioning and just the body language changes. Like, you know, when I'm talking about the challenge, you're quite down, not really comfortable sharing that with other people. We did that in little groups. But then once you can tell your success story, you kind of rough yourself up, you really feel proud. And then he said, like, what is a sentence you always say or feel like that resonates with you? And that is not related to that incident there where I got those good grades, but just generally speaking, I remember I did 100,000 steps in 24 hours. And even there, my drone broke. I was probably at the lowest point of my life back then. Even to this day, I know I can get back into banking, get a job, but there I was like, really, oh, fuck, I messed it all up. Like, this is not going to work out, like at the lowest point. But I was like, I can't just give up now. I can't just give up now. That is kind of my sentence, like, I can't just give up now, like after 3 years. It's the same with YouTube, I can't just give up now. And that's kind of the thing which stuck with me over the past 3 years. I can't just give up now. And that call, we did that in that call. I didn't even think about this stuff, but we did that in the call in the little groups to just simply reflect, because yes, you're in your own faults, but with daily stress and daily things going on, you're not really thinking deeply about those things. But I did that in that call, and wow, what a aha moment that was. And that was the moment I was like, oh, I can't just give up on YouTube either now. Yes, you can go back into part-time creation. Maybe don't put your standards as high anymore. 1 video per month or something, or every 2 weeks, not every single week. Just put the stuff you actually want to, and not hunt behind views, average view duration, and all the other metrics you have to look out for when you start content creation. Simply be you. That's kind of the thing which is going now through my head. I mean, now we're 34 minutes into it. I mean, I never, ever have I filmed a 35-minute video just speaking into the camera, having no clue. I mean, it started with why I failed as a YouTuber, but just going through all that and being like, being you. Because at the end of the day, you can put up a mask and put a perception of yourself out there of having your life together and being the best and having it all sorted, but no one in this world has all the things sorted in their lives, and there will never be a person. Everyone has struggles, and everyone has their weaknesses, also has their strengths. But that's the point I'm at. I don't want to give up, but I would say going into part-time creation is probably the best decision for myself, because I've got a good opportunity with just the career path I chose, especially in a country like Switzerland. Traveling helped me a lot to really understand how good of a life you've actually got, or I've actually got here. And even though this challenge of making this YouTube thing work in an environment where all odds are actually against me. Not all odds, but a lot of odds are against me, and not having that environment either. I mean, yes, I could just move to the US, get into a really influencer hub and try to make it there, but that's not me. I don't want to do that. And that is a decision I've made also when it comes to my career ladder. I don't want to get into an international working bank, even though I love speaking English. I feel like I speak more English now than German, but just even that, like, I don't want to do that. I have it comfortable here, and I know comfort is always a sign of, how can I say, holding you back for growth. But where else should I go in this world if I have it in a perfect country or nearly perfect country? I wouldn't say everything is perfect. There are definitely some things I would do differently, but on the top of the list there, I would just sacrifice a lot, and there are other ways of going through this and really capitalize on my skills and strength I've built it up through all the education way of doing it, because all this YouTube stuff, that was a random thought, not a random, I was thinking 2018 I started to think about this, but I picked up my phone camera in 2022, but just that journey of learning how to edit, how to script, how to be confident in front of the camera, but not just confident in front of the camera. I don't want to put it out there, because actually also going to strangers, talking to them, generally speaking, being more social with people, because that's something I struggle with a lot, being in an environment, actually talking to people. But I feel like I learned a lot just simply by picking up this camera. I think one crucial moment which will always stick with me is the interviews I did in Italy, in South Tyrol, where I simply went up to about, I think, at least 10 to 15 strangers, got a lot of declines, that's the right thing, declines of not wanting to be part of the video, but I got 3 interviews done. But just things like that, really pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I would have never done challenges like the sprinting one, or even 5K running, and I mean, rope skipping, so many different challenges I did. I would have never done that if I never picked up this camera. So there's a lot of good things that I picked up that camera. It really helped me to get out of my comfort zone, face also criticism and looks, and probably also a lot of talking behind my back, which I honestly don't give a fuck about. Like, that is kind of a good lesson. This whole path here on YouTube has brought my skills, or just my emotional, how can I say, not capability, just how I react to stuff emotionally, and how I pick on other people's opinions. Like, I don't care. I don't, honestly, since I started this YouTube channel and it got out in my environment that I have one. It's also funny, usually the people I met after I started this YouTube channel were a lot more supportive than the people I had back in my old circle. I mean, I completely closed that door, kind of, and I have literally no interest in going back into that door. But that one is a big lesson as well. So there's a lot of tiny lessons. At the end of the day, starting a hobby, wanting to make it full-time, give it a shot. Honestly, if you're thinking of creating a YouTube channel, give it a shot. And also let me know in the comment sections. I mean, if you've made it 40 minutes into the video, let me know in the comment sections why you want to start your YouTube channel, and what do you think, what are you most afraid of? Because that was the one thing which was holding me back. Yeah, what would other people think about me? And always the pressure of, yeah, what happens if I fail? How would they look at me then? And yes, I failed as a full-time creator. That doesn't mean I'm going to just fully give up. It's still a hobby. Maybe it can give me some money in the future. I would still say I am proud how I edit and create those videos. I can make memories. I can look back in 10 years time and see like, look boy, you were in Australia. You have a 23-minute, 23-second video of how it was there. You had a nice summary edit. Like, looking back at that stuff, that is insane. I think really sharing that journey part is a great tool. But the thing is, I don't know, even if I had business ideas and I started to get into it, but I never wanted to go and take that risk fully and putting all my savings into that risk. And at the end of the day, if you don't put in that risk or sacrifice that risk, you're not going to get rewarded. And that's kind of the sacrifice I had to make. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. Like, if you go through a journey like that, you learn a lot about yourself, and I can tell you mentally you'll be in places you've never imagined to be, like nowhere near of how to just cope with yourself, to push that extra boundary when everything is just looking that it's against you. If you stick through that, you'll learn a lot about yourself. And any journey you want to go through, I would recommend do it, try it out, and I promise you, you'll learn a lot from that. And another sign, I mean, I drifted a lot out here, but that's what I wanted to make this video. Like, I don't want to cut out all the extra bits I'm talking here simply to make it a 5 or 10 minute value video. No, I want to be real and share every single thing which is literally going through my mind at 5 o'clock, 20 past 5, out here next to the river. And I mean, I was a guy who was reading a lot. I had routines where I was waking up at 5, half 5. Did kind of my routines in the morning of reading, of self-educating myself, watching videos, and then going to work, going to uni in the evening, and somehow even managed to go to the gym and coming back at 10 and getting up in the morning at 4:45, half 5 again. Half 5, no, half 4. Yeah, because in German it's halb 5, which means 4:30. Anyways, but like all that. And now I'm at the stage, I'm like, I focus on the most important stuff, set my priorities right, and calm down again. You don't need a productivity schedule all the time, and every wasted minute where you're not spending on being productive and creating the stuff is wasted time. Honestly, just simply sitting back and actually just relax is kind of a big lesson over those years as well. But lately I've got back into listening to podcasts again, and I mean, that Alex Hormozi guy, that one, he is too real, and he's right with a lot of things. And one thing which really stuck with me now lately is just, I think in a podcast he got asked, why do smart people or intelligent people get not successful? I think he put it that way. And Hormozi answered that question because they have a lot of descriptive knowledge, but not procedural knowledge, which means they learn a lot of theory and are good at picking that up, but not creating the procedure behind it to actually make it work. And that happens through repetition. I'm a guy, I wouldn't say I'm very intelligent. Yes, I can't say that I'm it's more like I'm very disciplined when it comes to school and stuff, and I'm good at connecting dots to different places and got the good grades through that, but I wouldn't say I'm like really intelligent. If you put me into a room with, I don't know, Harvard students or Oxford students, I would be, yes, I would get the discipline, but I don't think I will keep up with those guys. But I don't even know why. I mean, yes, I'm not most intelligent, but I'm also not the guy who puts in the repetitions enough to get to that next level. because I never had to face in my life, I never had to face a really tough moment. It's kind of the right word to say, like. But then at the end of the day, I don't even know if those other YouTubers actually did, or how far did they actually go, and how much is the story they created out of it. You can't believe anything in the internet at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you have to make an own judgment about the stuff you see on the internet and take the good stuff and leave the bad part. But that really stuck with me, and that's maybe something you need to hear as well. Don't focus on too much descriptive knowledge and really put in the repetition. So procedural knowledge, that's what I did with this YouTube channel. I mean, one rep after another. Every single video is one rep after another. It's the same in the gym. If I think, I mean, I would have never imagined that I would look like that 6 years ago. Like, that journey of the gym, yes, I'm not shredded as fuck, but I don't care. I don't want to be shredded like that. I just want to be confident in my body, and that's kind of the stage I reached. I'm quite on a journey again to get a bit shredded again, to lose that extra stubborn belly fat, but even there, you put in the repetitions, that is the procedure. You're going to go to that bench, you're going to put that technique, you want to perfect that technique, you're going to perfect that technique, you're going to increase the weights, you're going to repeat the cycle over and over again, not just one day, not just 2 days, not just a month, a year. You're going to do it over a couple of years, and that's how it's going to work. And that's the same with YouTube, I know. I'm telling you stuff I should follow myself, but that's kind of a big lesson as well. Don't just simply give up or look at it as failed. It's simply you haven't put in enough repetition in the whole game. I'm at the stage now after 3 years where I'm saying, like, I don't want to fully risk it to go that route. I want to keep creating. I just don't want to put all my eggs into that one basket, as we would say in financial terms. So kind of a diversification effect. And I know people would say, now, yeah, your startup or your business will fail if you don't focus and go that one route, because if you don't have your full focus there, you're going to fail. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to have the $1 million or $1 billion business in front of me. I just want to have a life where I can look back and say, like, I'm glad I did these things. And to be honest, money was never a key motivator in my life that I can say, like, I would go every extra mile just to get that next penny in. I would rather not get something done, rather not take that risk to get that next penny in. And you're going to get rewarded for the risks you're taking, and that's where you need to make a judgment for yourself as well. How much risk do you want to actually put in? And do you want to put all your eggs in one basket, or do you want to put it into different ones? And don't get blinded by social media as well, of what other people say and tell, and the stories they create. Who knows if all of them actually happened or not, especially when you're looking behind the scenes sometimes and get to some informations. You'll question a lot of these those faces, let's put it that way, which put a full lie and full mask in front of the camera. But that's another topic as well. How long are we in? 50 minutes. I don't even know. Never created 50 minutes. It's getting quite dark as well. Now, welcome to Switzerland winter weather, and it's freezing cold as well. But oh my god, 50 minutes of talking of random stuff. I mean, probably not even 1% that's going to watch this far into the video. If you are doing, let's put a magic word in there. If you're I'm really intrigued. How many of you guys actually religiously watch my content all the time and came this far? That would really intrigue me. So write down, what should I say? I don't even know. what type? What word I should use? Oh yeah, there we go. Let's put that one. I can't just give up now. If you've made it this far into the video, write into the comment sections down below. I can't just give up now. That would be cool to see which people actually watched this far into the video, 51 minutes or 50 minutes into the video, and kind of the religious watcher so much. I think that's something I've kind of built up now over the last couple of months as well. People who always comment on my videos, so thank you to those people. Definitely, I want to say a big thank you to every single person, to be honest. All the people who supported me around me and helped me to create the best possible content I felt like I'm capable of at that point in time. Let's put it that way. Because if you look back, or if I look back on the content, I see a massive improvement. The way I'm speaking in front of the camera, the way I edit those videos, the way I enjoyed that process of making really good content I'm proud of. Maybe not the audience, maybe not the viewers, but I'm proud of. And that is also thanks to the people who are close to me, the people who always watched my content and still watching my content. Honestly, a big thank you to you, because if you guys wouldn't support this channel, it wouldn't stand, it wouldn't have made it this far. And yeah, that's a big thanks to the very, very close people. I think they know, the people who always look at my thumbnails and give me input to that and help me film the content, give me some inputs there on video ideas, all that. And even if I'm always on my path and very close, then just have my direction of going, I always took the feedback you guys gave me, especially the close people, always seriously. I always appreciated that a lot. Maybe I haven't said that enough. Probably haven't said it enough anyways. But that's something 24%. But that's something I want to say a big thank you to those people. And I think they know. Those people will know it, yeah. Yeah. Oh, what a journey. Honestly, it's sometimes it really hits me, especially at nights when I'm lying there and thinking, like, especially when I watch in 1 year time the videos I created, my first one, the year after, how I progressed, especially since I quit my job and really tried to focus on creating videos better. That was the next level. And probably like the biggest jump I could make. And now I'm at the stage, like, I know how the stuff works. I know what I need to focus on, except the viewer part, which I failed. But let's not get back into that topic. I want to end this video with, yeah, what's next? I only have 20% left, and I've got a 4-hour exam tomorrow, so maybe I should get back. Definitely going to the gym first, need to get some exercise in, because that's one thing I'm good at, I guess, writing exams and getting good grades, because I know I put in the repetition and the work before already enough so I can get those good grades, even though sometimes I question the purpose. But what's next? I'm going to finish my bachelor's degree in summer this year. Very excited. After 4 years, I did a part-time degree, so I was most of the time working, except those 7 months where I was really trying to get that YouTube channel to work. I'm really enjoying badminton again. I really got back into it, got a tournament on the weekend as well. Maybe not singles, that's not my priority at the moment, but I think if I would do some sprinting training in summer and get my speed up again, except then I need to sacrifice my muscles. I don't know if I want to do that. Kind of undecided. Is that the right word? Undecided? Yeah, you see, sometimes I mix up German and English words, but that's definitely not like at the top of my priority list playing singles, but definitely doubles. Got into playing some mixed as well. Very excited about that, because it suits my style of playing. So badminton is one part. I definitely will create future content. I'll surprise you guys. Let's put it that way. There's some interesting stuff I want to try out, and that will be more like I'm having fun of doing that actual thing and not just doing it for YouTube. I mean, at first I was in a loop where I was like, oh, should I do an Ironman? Then I have a journey and a thing to post about, especially for YouTube. But I was like, oh, I hate running. Swimming, I can swim for about 100 meters and then I gas out. Marathon, yeah, that's the thing. Cycling, I would love to cycle for that long, but if I have to do a marathon afterwards, I mean, that's one thing as well. My knees are injured. I injured them whilst I was playing badminton, and my Achilles and my knees haven't really recovered, even though I thought they would have with the gym and stuff. But it's really getting back to me now, especially when I play badminton. But Ironman, probably not on the top of my priority list there. Marathon, I could imagine. And what else? The other two things I don't want to share. I'm not fully convinced if I want to do it yet, but I would be very excited to do so. Sprinting, that's going to be a challenge. I think I got down to 13 seconds and I really want to challenge myself to get to that next level. That's going to be quite an exciting one actually, because it's like you can just put your headphones on, be in your zone and just train. I did a lot for the content back then, but that is one thing I really enjoyed, especially when I didn't have to film. Then I could really just focus on the training and saw the progress I made. At the end of the day, I will probably document it somehow, but not as closely and as cinematic as I did it back then. I mean, just go back to my videos, have a quick look in there. If you watched 57 minutes of this video, then you're probably going to be happy to see that as well. And then I'm going to find a new job in June, July, August, somewhere around there, and it's going to be back in banking. So I think that kind of fitness type of content will be definitely not the first thing I will post, let's put it that way. I probably still will do some progress pics there and then, especially when I'm doing like bigger things like the sprinting challenge and so, because that's kind of where you can compare yourself to. But apart from that, like just religious fitness content, not really that intensively anymore. Maybe like that one last transformation video I'm still on, a winter shred, because I picked up quite some weight whilst I was in Australia. Jeez, that's getting quite cold now. Do I even have something? You know? No, it's just what's next now. And what else? Yeah, going back into banking, most likely. That will happen. Pretty sure that's going to happen. And then I'll probably do my master's degree in there as well. Literally in September, I'm just going to keep doing it, get that done. Then I've got the paper, even though I'm not a big fan of just having a paper, but that's what you need in Switzerland, I guess, if you want to get any kind of career or any path, any good job opportunities. So it's not too much work and hassle for me to get the good grades at school, so I can focus on all other stuff, still work. My parents still have the restaurant, so I need to help there as well, there and then. YouTube channel, so I can do that hopefully on the side as well. Got some little projects on the side where I did some editing work, so hopefully progressed on there. So it's just going to be like a side quest, I would say, just getting a master's degree as well. I know I'll probably underestimate how much work needs to go in there, but it's the same with the bachelor's. At the end of the day, I kept it, especially after that first term, quite to a minimum, and it worked. Wow. I never thought I could talk to a camera like that for an hour, and honestly, I touched nearly on all the things all the things which were going through my mind. And I know it's kind of a strange way of saying I failed YouTube. yes, as a full-time creator, but I will keep doing some content, keep posting the stuff I enjoy and not just for the views. I think the real people, the people who actually enjoy who I am and the person I am, and not the authenticity, I don't want to say it that way, but just the way I try to keep everything real and not put up a mask of, yeah, it's all sunshine on this side and you're having a terrible, miserable life, and or putting up some fake progress which is not attainable naturally, and also including the factor of daily stress. I think that's something which a lot of people forget as well, that people have jobs, they're doing it on the side, or they're working, and if they're planning to do a challenge like I did, that they can see, yeah, the progress is not going to be massive as other people say on their channels, but that's what I want to do. Just want to keep it as real as possible. I don't have a lot of battery left on this camera and it's freezing cold, and I need to get to the gym because I spent a lot longer than I thought I would creating this video. Yeah, 1 hour and 2 minutes. So if you made it this far, honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart that you watch my content. Once again, thank you to all the close people, especially those ones. Thank you to all the new people who joined on this journey and watching my content, and the people who I met throughout my journey over these past 3 years as well. It's been a pleasure to share with you kind of that part of my YouTube journey as well, and I'm very grateful for the feedback I always got and how people reacted. I'm glad that I don't have much contact with the people, or no contact with the people anymore who definitely I don't want to have too much contact with. No, the people who are not really rooting, but will probably get behind my back and talk behind my back. Those people, there will be always those type of people, especially now that I say that I failed YouTube. I don't say that I give up fully, but that I failed this full time. At the end of the day, it's all part of my story, part of my journey, and I will keep you guys updated, hopefully. And if you've made it this far, you probably want to watch my Australia vlog. I'll put it right up here. The best video I've created so far. Like, I'm proud of that one. I don't care what other people think. The feedback was great as well. People loved it. So if you want to see like a vloggy type of video, you should probably check it out there. So wish me luck for my exams. Bye-bye.